So now that Sydney is prepped and primed, she's ready for makeup. The most exciting thing that I can't wait to show you today is one of our newest launches for autumn. We have a new foundation called Stay All Day Foundation. This is a complete foundation complexion kit for you. You've got a liquid makeup. You also have a concealer, which lives right in the cap with a great easy to apply mirror. And then you have a complexion foundation brush included. What I love is this completely allows you to create the most flawless, clean, beautiful looking complexion. You have every single thing at your fingertips to do that. I'm gonna just start with the foundation application on Sydney here using shade 2. It's called Fair. The best thing about this foundation, or one of the best things, is the color range that we're offering. We have 16 shades to choose from. So although Fair, shade 2, is Sydney's perfect match, I know you will find your perfect match too. And we've made it very easy to do that. So take a small amount of the foundation. I like to take a little bit and swoop it on the back of my hand. And I'm lifting off with this great brush that comes with the kit. What you want to do is apply it directly in the center of the face. Starting your application right here is the best place I find to really determine, number one, if you have the right color, if it's brightening, if it's correcting, and if it's covering what you want it to do. When it melts completely into the skin and you just look fresher, brighter, radiant, you know you have the right color. Now, a couple things to look out for. If it looks a little bit yellow, or you could tell maybe it's a mustard tone, that typically means it's too dark. If you start to see a little bit of an ashiness or a pink tone, that chances are it's a little bit light. So what you see here with Sydney is the perfect cleaned up complexion. It's totally flawless on her skin, and it glides right on. If you see how I'm using the brush almost like in a sweeping motion, you're seeing an edgeless application of the foundation. As it melts in and perfects and looks complete, then you're ready to pick up a little bit more and then move on to the next area of the face. And again, we've primed her and prepped her, so her skin is ready for minimal foundation. You know, I really encourage women to look in the mirror and say, what do I need to enhance? What do I need to correct? What products will get me there? Only put it where you need it. And I find that when you do that, you end up looking a lot more youthful because your skin shines through, but it's just completely flawless. The texture of this foundation is great. It's got a very skin-like quality. It's easy to move, it's easy to blend. You don't feel it at all. I see Sydney nodding. You love this formula. And as I pick up a little bit more, I just take it on the end of the brush. And that's a great tip too. I'm not using the whole side because what that will do is just kind of flatten it out. I like to really just take the tip and sweep right through, so you're perfecting and creating that perfect, flawless foundation for you. And you can also add it in areas that you need to. Say you have a little extra redness around the nose, just take it like that. The brush is very target specific. It fits in every frame of the face, and it helps glide and blend effortlessly. And very clean. Working backstage at London Fashion Week for Autumn Winter, I worked with several designers, and one of my favorite looks was seen at the Matthew Williamson show. He was all about perfect, flawless, gorgeous skin. But the key for that is you've got to make it look luminous and look like your natural skin. So Stila has done such a great job with this formula to just allow you the ability and the access to create that flawless finish. There you go. So now she's ready for concealer. And I like to do concealer last because, number one, the foundation, what it does is it completely transforms her tone and it evens things out. So I might say, let's do a little concealer under the eye or around the nose, just where you need a little added help. And there's gonna be days where you look in the mirror and this is enough. and you don't need concealer. But then there's days where you may look in the mirror and say, you know what, I've got a spot, or I've got, dark circles, and you're gonna be so glad that you have it because it's gonna help radiate and transfer this whole look. So for the concealer, I love to just dip my finger in, take a little bit off, and I press it into my thumb. This is so easy to do at home. The trick behind this is you're warming it up and you're almost shearing it out. And you just take your finger and literally place it right under the eye. Here we go. And you can use your finger to press it in or go back with your brush, because you can, and just blend that right through here. Using concealer last is a great technique to creating just that really kind of airbrushed, perfected look without overdoing it. Sometimes when you put concealer first, you end up wiping it away when you do your foundation after. So try a new technique and a new application style. I think that's a modern way to wear makeup. Perfect. And then you could take a little bit more, maybe on the chin. The thing with this foundation formula that I'm so impressed with and so proud of Stila for doing, it's the texture of the formula that allows you to build, melt, move it. So you've got some playtime to really perfect it. And I think that's the key behind working with a formula like this. You've really got time to make it do what you need it to do. Close. I also take a little bit over the eyelids, and it kind of takes away some of that extra shine and almost use it as a eye primer. There you go. Her skin looks flawless, but it looks like her skin. You don't see makeup, you see beautiful skin. And you want a product that will last all day, so that's what you get from Stila Stay All Day.